Hey, everybody. Welcome back to Mary Bird's Backyard Garden. I'm Jeff.
And I'm Mary.
How are you, Mary?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm doing great. Wonderful. Episode, I don't know. What
30.
30.
I
Season
looked it
2.
up. Season 2?
Episode. That's amazing.
It is.
It's truly amazing.
It is. You know what? This podcast has been a huge blessing. It has gotten us to be so much more interested in the garden, noticing lots of new things. This podcast has been a real joy.
It's done good. We've done good. And you know what? I've noticed we've been picking up a lot of new listeners, which is awesome.
Thank you, listeners.
So all you new listeners, welcome.
You.
Don't go back to episode 1. I don't know what we sounded like then, but let's just move forward from here.
Okay.
How's that? No, just kidding.
We were getting our footing.
Yeah. Anyway.
We're still getting our footing.
We are still getting it. It's an ever-evolving learning process, this podcasting stuff. Anyway, Mary, may I ask you, what's new in the garden?
We actually have quite a bit of new stuff. I thought this time of year we would run out of stuff to talk about, but
never in gardening. Come on.
Evidently we don't.
You knew we weren't gonna.
Well, we're sitting here right now, Jeffy, and what is the weather outside?
You know what? It's crazy Texas weather. No chance of rain. And then about 30 minutes ago, all the clouds started coming in and the thunder started. So we might hear some puppies in the background here at some point.
We're going to try to keep it to a minimum.
We're going to try and keep it to a minimum. But you know what? Weather in Texas, just, what is it? Stick around for a half hour and change.
There you go.
And it's true. It is absolutely true.
We did look it up this morning, and it said no rain.
0% chance of rain. But and here we sit. Now, it still may not rain, just let's be clear. Just because it's got dark clouds and stuff, it does that a lot, and it just blows right over. So
it did look as though it was getting rain over towards Marble Falls or Lago Vista, out that way. You know,
we'll see. We can. Hey, we always like rain on the old lawn and garden. So
we hope.
Yeah,
we continually hope. Well, what's new in the garden that I'm excited about is the bougainvillea that we recently planted. Is blooming. She looks so pretty. And we picked out a red bougainvillea, but evidently we have multiple colors coming off of one plant. So we have orange, we have a pink, and we have red.
It's a hybrid. We'll call it a hybrid.
It must be a lovely hybrid. I'm very excited about it. It looks so pretty against the, he's kind of planted against the, honeysuckle, which is the blooms on the honeysuckle have declined a bit now in the hot weather, and the bougainvillea is taken over and looks pretty good.
Yeah.
I'm excited about that.
Nice, very nice.
Yeah.
The old bougainvillea.
And the vitex tree that we have planted on the side of the house has grown out of all recognition.
It has. That thing's a grower. I will tell you, that thing can grow.
What happened?
It grows really fast. I mean, like crazy fast. But
this year, just within the last week or two, it just seems like it got a full head of steam.
Yeah,
and just
it's been going
crazy.
I've been talking to it and tending it. No, I haven't.
Very nice, very nice.
Encouraging it.
I guess we're going to have to put that in the future to have a good fashion haircut.
Oh boy,
he needs it.
All right,
he's going crazy. One of the things that happened this week that I am really excited about is the carrots that I talked about planting, a time or two back, have sprouted. I took excellent care. I mean, I took, not excellent care. I took care to plant them the way that I learned about so that you keep them moist while they're germinating. And I think it worked.
Nice.
Plus, we have our Garden in Minutes watering system that runs for like 1 minute every day, just a little bit around 11 o'clock. And that seems to have done the trick.
Hey, that thing has been really good, that gardening and
it has.
What's it called? Garden
in Minutes.
Garden in Minutes, that little grid system. That's pretty cool.
And it's really fun because it's based on the square foot gardening principles. And so you know how many plants to plant within one of the squares.
Yeah, it's worked out well.
That makes it a lot of fun.
It's easy to put together.
They ship it so nice.
Yeah, I mean, give props to them. They've done a great job with that.
That's
props.
pretty good if you're going to give props.
Oh, boy.
Okay. Ooh. Okay, so one of the things that happened this week was really funny, but on our back deck, we have a very tiny little container that you have a jalapeno pepper growing in. And this little pepper put out 2 red jalapenos. And they were a pretty good size.
Yeah, they were.
About 2 or 3 inches, right? And they were red. And so you decided to use them last night in the hamburgers. Oh my goodness. I took one bite of that jalapeno and it was like biting.
They were pretty warm.
On fire.
They were pretty warm, but they were really good.
They were so good.
They were good at fry. You kind of fried them in the
with the seeds.
Yes, I did keep the seeds in it. I did
them.
Because you know what? If you're going to have them, let's have them. I didn't want just a little taste. I wanted to really feel it.
We did.
Yeah, it was good. It was really good. Really sliced them up. And just sliced them kind of thin and put them in there in the frying pan. Woo!
Yeah.
Nice.
They did turn out really good.
They did. They turned out really well. I liked it.
And it's growing in the tiniest little container that anybody could ever imagine. But it seems to be doing well, holding its own.
It is doing fine. It loses. It's one that you have to water. I mean, it wilts quickly.
Oh, yeah. The little container dries
just
out
doesn't
immediately.
hold much water.
Yeah,
so
it doesn't.
You do a good job of keeping an eye on it. But oh, man.
I do try to watch it.
Yeah, but that was good. Another garden to table we had.
I love it. I'm all about that.
Jalapeno pepper. All right.
Let me ask you, Jeffy, we just had Hatch chili season here in our area. Wasn't it awfully short this year?
I know. Usually our local grocer has it, and they do a big thing. They smoke them outside and stuff, and it usually lasts a while.
I thought so too.
It was like literally
2
like
weeks.
one weekend.
We just happened across it, and if we hadn't just been there that day, I don't think we would have.
Yeah, I don't think we would have got it. But if you're not familiar with them, they are Hatch chilies. They are grown in Hatch, New Mexico, and we've been there. We have been there.
Yes,
which is a very small place. But they make the most of their Hatch chilies. They got one main street, and it's a
festival.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah,
it's a pretty cool place. Cool. If you're ever out that way in New Mexico, I would recommend driving through there. It's not going to take you long. There's real honestly not much. I think it was one little main road, but there's pepper stands on each side. You know, they have them hanging, and everything is a Hatch chili there.
Yes.
So really cool, and they're really good. But yeah,
they are delicious.
We went last week. They were gone. So I don't know. Maybe something happened, or it did seem a lot shorter than in the past.
I know.
They always made a bigger thing about it. But no, I don't know.
Well, we'll just have to wait for next year, I believe.
Yeah, or take a drive to Hatch, New Mexico.
Hatch, New Mexico. I'd go back there again.
There you go. It was actually really fun.
Trip over there. Well, that's what I have for our chit-chat on what's new. Do you have any more?
You know, I don't think I had anything. I think I was kind of having the same stuff as you. Everything's looking good.
I'm surprised.
Yeah, you've done a lot of work out in the garden here in the past week. You've been out there doing stuff and weeding and clipping and moving stuff around. So it's looking good.
Yeah.
Getting it ready.
I was telling Jeff, even though the weather turned hot so quickly, it's like the plants are enjoying themselves. They just look really happy this year, which is definitely different. And very well appreciated by me. So.
Yeah, no, everything looks good, and if it does happen to rain, of course that's welcome
because it's welcome.
When it's hot, it's scorching hot. So, but that's all I had. So, with that in mind, Mary, let's hit topic number 1. What do you have for us?
Okay, this was a surprise. We do have a service that comes out and helps us apply Well, they apply
It's
nutrients to the lawn.
Yeah.
They don't go in the garden beds, but they really are focused on the lawn. And let me go a little bit back from this story and start when the heat wave first appeared. Well, if I looked around our community here, everybody began to have these dry patches in their lawn, and the grass blades looked yellow, and it was common. It's, I thought, oh, the heat, and we did consider, oh no, are we getting enough water or something like that? But what happened was the lawn service came out, and they came inside and they got a hold of you, Jeffy, and he took you outside. And what was he telling you?
He did. Well, he was telling me that the issue is chinch bugs. And I honestly did not know that. And
I had no idea either.
I just assumed it was the hottest part of summer coming, and
I thought we were just like everybody else.
But he was pretty good because, I'm a little bit of a skeptic. So he took me right out to the lawn and he showed me the chinch bugs. He said, there they are right there. And yeah, I know you're going to talk about them, but yeah, we were surprised about, we're surprised. In this, I'm sure it's a thing in Texas and sure other places, and it happens during the hottest part of the year. Mm-hmm. So I think the assumption is that it's just, it's dry and it's not getting water, but
that is what we have always assumed.
And we get the patches, and some of the yards in our, area are much browner than others, I will say. Ours is not bad, but yeah, it was chinch bugs.
Wow. I mean, I know. I'm still kind of like surprised.
I know. Well, you and I both was, I'm like I said, I'm kind of skeptical. So I, immediately before I, said, hey, yeah, we'll do a chinch bug survey. And then do some G2 research work.
Yes, you did.
And they do. I know you're going to tell us how they work and stuff.
That's okay, because you got me interested in looking them up by your description of the bug.
But they really kind of suck the life out of the yard. It's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
And we've lived in Texas forever, and I honestly didn't know that.
No.
So you learn something new.
I've heard the name chinch bug, but I guess I never paid attention to it, actually. I did learn that there's more than one variety, and it could be different according to where you live in the country. And the variety can be different according to what type of grass you grow. We have Bermuda here, and I have no clue what variety of chinch bug we have, but they ends up like they're very small.
They are small, and they definitely like our grass type here. Yes. I mean that is kind of if you look it up, that they love them. Yeah.
They are, they're actually a type of a beetle. I learned that. But they don't have the grub stage where most beetles lay an egg, form a grub, then they become a nymph before they become an adult. The chinch bug does not have the grub stage. So the adult is less than 1/4 of an inch in size, which we saw a bug earlier today, and I was like, oh, Jeff, is that the chinch bug? And it was like 2.5 inches long. So I don't think so.
No, I don't think that was one.
No. But anyways, they're less than 1/4 of an inch long. They have black bodies, white wings that when they're still, they fold over and form an X across their back. And they're able to fly short distances, a little bit. So the nymphs, if you're looking, they could be a reddish to orange and sometimes black. They have no wings, and they also have pale abdomens. So that's how you could identify that, And like Jeff said, they destroy the grass because they suck the plant juices out. But the other thing they also do is they secrete a toxic saliva, and it will prevent the roots from taking water into the grass blades, thereby eventually killing that portion of grass. It'll start in one area and kill it and then continually begin to move outward. But the thing was, our patches are not like symmetrically round. They're kind of irregular in shape, but they will spread continually outward.
It makes sense, right?
Yeah. So that's how, this is one way that you could test for it if you're doing it, to say, if you run out in your yard and say, oh my goodness, I got to see if I have them or not. You could take like a can, like a coffee can, or, oh, did you read this too? Oh, you did. Okay.
Go ahead.
So you could take a cylindrical device that is open on both ends, and you place it firmly down onto the ground, good contact with the ground, and you fill it with water. And you just sit there and wait, and the chinch bugs will float to the surface. And then you can identify it that way. You know, you could probably see the nymphs and the adults.
You can. Yeah, I actually saw when I was doing some kind of checking on, what are these things? It was the Texas A&M site had that same thing, the coffee can, put it in the ground. And I was thinking, man, that's a great idea, but I couldn't. I don't know what kind of coffee can we could get in the ground. It wouldn't go too far.
In our
yeah,
that's pretty funny.
I don't think we're getting a coffee can. But yes, you definitely can test for it that way. And it did say
I don't think it has to go in very far, just as long as it has good surface contact.
I know. I envisioned like the whole coffee can in the ground. But then I was reading it and I was like, I don't think so, because that nobody in Texas is doing that.
No, it just, you have to create the water to be able to come up.
Yeah.
That's pretty funny. That's kind of cute, though, So one of the situations is when the weather turns hot, that's when you're going to be able to go, oh, there could be a problem, And what you want to do is you want to take your cylindrical apparatus, whatever that is, but you don't want to go in the middle of the brown patch. You want to go on the edge where part is brown and part is green, because that's where they're the most active.
Okay.
And, there were some guidelines about what to do, how many you could count in your water flotation that would tell you what your next step is. I just figured, well, our area is big enough. We just need to go ahead and take that good step. And we're going to choose to have a service come in and do it.
Right.
Because they are very regulated in how much they're going to apply and everything. But if you're a homeowner that wants to do I would recommend to people to go to a garden center before you do any chemical applications. Talk to somebody in a professional capacity that knows more than I do about it. But as a homeowner, I think that these two steps are preventative, and I could do them without hurting anything else. And it would be to apply diatomaceous earth around the patch. If it rains or if you water, you're going to go out there and reapply it. Diatomaceous earth is a desiccant. Basically, it'll suck the juices out of the bugs.
Okay.
So that's one application that you could do. I would definitely do it in a way where you're not sticking your hands down into it, because it'll dry your skin out too.
Yes.
And you do want to have a diverse plant population in your yard so that you can attract a lot of diversity that'll come in and help you, like birds, spiders, other ground beetles, all those things. And we do see the birds pecking in the lawn.
They
often.
are doing. I'm curious if
I'm curious about that
hopefully
too.
they are. That'd be great.
That would be fabulous, right? But so if you're going to talk to a lawn service professional, you might ask them about imidacloprid.
Okay.
And I do know that we used it for scale insects on our crepe myrtles, but I'm super careful with it. But anyways, you want to talk to somebody, find out if you have these little critters. Ooh, I didn't know we had them.
No, and you know what? I'll just add a little. So the service we have does a really good job of. They don't just say you need to do something. They've done a good job of like identifying what it is, how they treat it, and all that. But so just to kind of follow on with what you said, they typically appear in the summer, hot and dry conditions.
Sorry. Yes, they do.
And obviously they can cause significant damage. So the chinch bugs insert their mouth parts into the blades of grass, and then they suck the juices, which makes it brown. And then during this process, they also release a toxin, like Mary said, into the grass that makes it yellow and wilted, even after you do get rid of them. So as a result of that, the large, like irregular patches of lawn, turn yellow and then brown and then die.
Mm-hmm.
So, and
if you stop and think for just a minute, think about this. That Bermuda grass blade is not that big. Isn't that crazy that they can?
Yeah. There's probably a good amount.
Wow.
Got to be a good amount in there.
Yeah.
Well, the interesting thing too is the entire life cycle is 3 to 4 weeks long. So they come out from their winter hibernation around spring. When the air temperature reaches around 70, then they mate. And then both the adult and nymph, as Mary was saying, continue to eat grass until fall arrives. And then the adults hibernate by burying into plant debris. And then they just start the process back again. So, like we said, we always thought it was just hot. And
we did.
I would not have thought chinch bugs, but there you have it.
Now we learned something new.
You do. And I will say the Texas A&M site has a lot of info on it as well.
Most of the sites that I read do recommend dethatching your yard at least once a year to help reduce the populations. So we have never dethatched as far as I know.
I don't think we have.
No.
I'm sure our lawn guys would love to dethatch our lawn.
Well, I just figured it'd be something we would do ourselves.
I know. I'm just playing.
Most of the stuff like mowing and raking and not weeding in the lawn too much, we try to do ourselves. But.
Yeah. The weeding's been under control. So yeah. But anyway, chinch bugs. Who knew?
Who knew?
We didn't.
I don't know if you guys just heard the thunder that rolled across
we got thunder.
our podcast.
We got thunder. Getting ready to hit those chinch bugs.
Dance.
Yep, those chinch bugs are going to get wet.
Oh, gosh.
Awesome. Anything else on chinch bugs, Mary?
I have exhausted my current knowledge on chinch bugs.
Awesome. Anyway, it's something to be aware of that we have lived in Texas forever and didn't know it. So I don't know if that's on us or just
Well, when we were younger, we had kids. We were so busy. We were out playing sports.
Yeah, that's true.
We didn't have time to look for chinch bugs.
No. And honestly, at that, we mowed the lawn. That was pretty much it. But now that we're older and wiser, now we know about chinch bugs.
We're learning.
So there you go. Good job.
Excellent.
Yeah.
I think that we have reached the time of our podcast.
Well, Mary, welcome to Jeff's Corner. I can put a sound effect in there for that if you'd like.
Go for it.
So I have two things, and it's going to be kind of reviews. So I had promised Mary last week that something was coming and that was going to help her.
I was shocked.
I know. And so, you've listened to our ongoing hose drama here.
I know.
And we've gotten hoses. We've returned hoses. Oh, man. We got a lot of hoses going on. A lot of activity with hoses. But, I did buy Mary a 100-foot hose, and it's a great hose.
Wow.
But 100 feet's long to, honestly, I didn't really think that through. But 100 feet is long when you're trying to, every single time you're pulling it out, and then you're having to, reel it in. So my first thought was, well, I'm just going to buy Mary a reel, a hose reel. And that way.
Which would have been a surprise.
It would have been good.
Yeah.
And, I figured that way at least it would be easier to pull out, and then you just go and bring it in. But, I started looking at cost at those, and I was like, wow, things aren't cheap. And I didn't want one that I attached to the house, because where our little spigot is that we put out in the yard, that's where we like to go from.
Yes, and it's been so convenient.
Yeah, so I needed something that was going to be like standalone. And honestly, it's really hard to find something. But what I did find, which is cool.
It is so cool.
So the box came and it had Giraffe tools on it.
Mm-hmm.
That's the name of the company. It's called Giraffe Tools. And they have a ground-mounted retractable hose reel. And it is pretty cool.
It has been.
I'm going to tell you, it's
awesome.
Pretty cool, and I would definitely recommend it because you can put it anywhere in the yard. It's got some stakes. You can stake 4 corners down. And this thing, it's got the hose reel, the mounted piece, it has a 360-degree rotation.
That's amazing.
Which is pretty cool.
That's very cool.
I did a lot of research to make sure that it was going to work, and I watched a lot of videos. And it's pretty cool because you can pull it out, and then if you give it a quick pull, it'll stop wherever you're at, and then you can so you can water. And then if you need more, you just kind of gently pull it and keep going and to whatever. And then when you're ready to let it come back in, you give it like 2 little quick pulls. And it reels itself right in from wherever. I tell you, it's pretty cool. It comes with a 9-pattern nozzle. It's got it's pretty well made, actually.
It's
very really well made.
Yes.
You can get it in different sizes. You can get a 1/2-inch hose or a 5/8 inch. I got the 1/2 inch, and we got the 100 feet. You can also get it in 82 feet or 130 feet.
Whoa,
we have no need for 130 feet. But yeah, it attaches to their spigot. It can move. So the other cool thing is say after a while you don't, you want to put it in another area, or, we used to travel with a trailer. You could actually take this anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's got a handle on top. You can just take it, and especially if you're RVing or something like that, hook it up, and
that's great.
You have 100 feet of hose, which is pretty cool. But I would highly recommend it. And I don't know, you can talk about your experience.
I'm going to put in my 2 cents here. A lot of products that you get, especially in the outdoor lawn category, don't come to you very well packaged. But this one was so well packaged.
Yes.
Each item had its own specific compartment and clearly labeled, and the instructions were very clear. Mm-hmm. It was, I love opening packages that are well designed, and this one fit that bill.
Yeah, it was. I was impressed. And
it's been so easy to use.
It is easy, and you don't have to. The hard part with the other one is, hoses. Even though the other one is a really good hose. And it's not like heavy duty, but 100 feet of hose is heavy. I don't care what it's made of. It's still going to be heavy. And there's no tangles.
The tangles.
It doesn't get kinked up or anything. All the storage.
And the reeling is very smooth.
The reeling is good. It's kind of got a big orange ball to stop the hose from going in. You can set that where you want. It comes with another smaller hose so you can connect it to the spigot, from the spigot to the
A+
into the hose.
Right there. That is an A+.
So really, really cool thing. I like it. And
it was a big surprise. Thank you.
So far, so good. So I would recommend it. Giraffe Tools, everyone. Ground-mounted retractable hose reel. Give it a look-see. The other thing I'm going to highly recommend, because Mary likes quick connect hose fittings.
Oh, do I ever? I love them.
And she likes to get on me because I tighten everything to my tightening.
I'm sorry. I do. I run in the house, Jeffrey.
You tighten this too much. Anyway, so I got these quick connect fittings off Amazon.
Yes, they're fabulous.
The company is called Gorilla Easy Connect, and they're really good. Mm-hmm. They're really, really well made. They're brass. I will say that they are
smooth.
They're good. They don't leak at all. I did pick up a couple from Harbor Freight, and I'm not even sure what those things go on. We tried to, I love Harbor Freight, but I'm not really sure. They just didn't seem to like, they didn't have the one side to go on each or so. I don't know what the heck's going on with those things. We'll figure that out another time. But these guys are good. Gorilla Easy Connects, quick connect fittings. So I would, again, highly recommend them.
What a luxury it is to go out in the yard and with no problems whatsoever, slip one hose off and slide another one on, and you're ready to do the next task.
Really, yeah.
It's marvelous.
These are good. They're not the cheapest things you're going to find, but they work well, and I will say they do not leak, and I did not like wrench them on or anything. I just didn't, hand tightening.
You did it perfectly.
Oh, thank you. Mm-hmm. Well, that is my Jeff's Corner. Hoses and water and, oh my gosh.
It's been a summer.
Yeah.
But I think we're going to be set for ages and ages now.
I think so. I mean, you know what? We've, and definitely in the past, I mean, you can certainly buy cheaper things, but honestly, if you can afford to buy like a little bit better, I would recommend it. Just they last, and just the hassle and aggravation of dealing with some of that stuff. We're getting there. We've trial and error. We've gone through some hoses. We've gone through some different things. So I think for right now, I think we're okay.
Part of working in the garden is that you don't know what you need until you live with it a little while and kind of figure it out. It's a puzzle that you have to put together. And you've done very well. Yeah,
we're there. I think we're there for right now.
I think we are.
I'm sure next week we'll have a new challenge, but right now I think we're okay. That's all I have, Mary.
I hope that we don't have as big a challenge with the chinch bugs.
We'll take care of those too. So what else do you have for us?
I kind of have a little bit of a hodgepodge here at the end. I noticed that some of the garden centers are beginning to advertise their bearded iris. And this is the time of year here where we are in Central Texas to plant your irises. And these irises are, they're not the bulb-forming iris. They're the rhizomatous.
What are they?
They spread by rhizomes.
Oh, okay. There
so you buy the little rhizome at this time of year. Is a very good time to plant them and also divide them. If you have a nice stand of them and you want some in different part of your yard, this is the time for you to break off a rhizome and replant it. I'm very excited because I would love to grow some of these. They're pretty drought vigorous or drought tolerant, They really don't like very wet feet. Some irises love to be grown in a moist environment, but the kind that I'm talking about are the bearded iris. Or they're also called Iris germanica.
Okay.
They are probably a hybrid if you find them out there anywhere because they have a very long lineage. They've been around forever, and most of them are hybridized these days that you're going to find. Like I said, well-drained soil. If you have a heavier soil, you want to create a mound and plant them in the mound. But the thing is, you don't want to completely cover the rhizome. It needs to have the sunlight hitting on it so it could store energy for the flower next year. So you just want to get it just in the soil, but not under the soil.
Okay.
Yeah, that's kind of interesting, right?
It is.
they aren't really bothered by too much. You might get some snails on them, and you just want to pick the snails off, So they really go very well with a lime thyme. That would smell very nice. A thyme that has the lime fragrance to it. It grows well. It's one of the shorter growing varieties.
Gotcha.
In the winter, here for us in the winter, Sweet Alyssum would pair very well with the iris. They generally bloom in the springtime, and then they have the green strapping leaves throughout the rest of the year, which provide a little contrast. Catmint, which we have an abundance of. That does very well with the bearded irises. And some of the others I'm not familiar with because they don't grow in our area, except we went out to eat brunch the other day at Montezuma Cafe. Montezuma? I think it is. Over in Georgetown? No, it's not Montezuma. What is it?
I can't remember the name of it.
At any rate, it's one of our favorite places in Georgetown to go for breakfast.
Monument
Cafe. That's what it is.
There you go.
Thank you. You rescued me. And we went outside, and there was the most beautiful fragrance coming off of some vining plants that they have growing on an arbor. And it was a clematis, which is also known as passion flower. And that pairs very well with the iris. They kind of bloom similarly, some of the spring blooming ones. So, yeah, I am looking forward to heading over to the garden center and finding out more about the bearded iris.
All right, cool.
I did notice that one of the centers had them advertised at $9.99.
Now that
I thought was pretty good.
Sounds pretty good.
That sounds pretty good.
All right.
So many different colors, even black. So,
that would be cool looking.
Very interesting.
Yeah, that would be actually kind of cool looking.
We are getting ready to start planting that garden in the front. Plus, one of our other garden beds, we're going to have to sit down and talk about edging. The edging in one of our beds has, collapsed.
Yeah. It's just, you know what? It's the plastic.
It's the plastic.
It's kind of rubber plastic. And it's just got the teeth on the bottom, and we just can't get it in.
Have you noticed here in Texas that over the course of the year, rocks will kind of work their way to the surface? That's why that edging won't stay in the soil for us, is because during the cold weather, hot weather cycle, it kind of pushes that plastic up out of the ground. Plus, then we can't get it back in the ground.
No, you can't. I mean, you really
Still
can't.
Won't go down.
It's kind of tough.
But,
okay.
Yeah. So there are several types of edging. One of them, you could just take a shovel and just dig an edge along the grass. And that is an option that we might think of.
Okay.
I do love, you have an edger that puts in a really crisp line.
You're right. We could actually, and I can adjust it to go
a little deeper, maybe.
Yeah, that might be a good idea.
The thing with that is you have to keep it up quite often. And we don't have a walkway where we're thinking about doing it, so it doesn't have to hold rocks in or anything like that. But so that might be a good option.
Yeah, it might, because the other thing looks bad. I prop it up, it falls down. It looks stupid.
It's hilarious.
Yeah.
But you could also do steel edging. And we might face the same issues with steel edging as we're facing with the plastic, that we can't get it in the ground very nicely,
We should try the edger thing first and see how that works.
I think we should do that.
Yeah, I think that would work.
That's been on my mind.
Okay.
That's been on my mind.
All right.
So anyway, we've solved one little issue while we've been sitting here in the podcast.
Okay. There you go.
Well, let's give that a try.
Yeah, let's do it.
And then the last thing I kind of have in my chit chat is I ran across a YouTube video and they were showing how to make sprouts.
Oh, yes.
And I've tried sometimes in the past a little bit, but this time I decided I really am going to try to do some sprouting.
Mm-hmm.
So we went to a local grocery store that has all the equipment, and I brought home a jar and a few seeds. I got some botanical interest seed packages, and the natural grocer is where we went, right?
Yeah.
And so they had all these items. I got a glass jar from the company Now, and I'm going to give that a try. So everybody cheer for me, and we'll see if I could make it happen.
Make some sprouts.
I'm going to try sprouts.
Cool.
And the other thing I'm going to try is that when I do, like right now I got a few garbanzo beans. So when I do get the sprout started on the garbanzo bean, I might take a few of those out to the garden and stick them in real quick.
Okay.
See if I can get them to grow.
Nice.
But
yay, sprouts.
Yay, sprouts.
For you. Yay, sprouts for you.
They're supposed to be a powerhouse of nutrients.
Of course. Yes, I'm not going to argue with you on that.
I hope you wouldn't argue with me.
No, I'm not. Anything else?
I do believe that's what I have been thinking of this week.
Very good. Very good. So we've got chinch bugs, we've got hoses, we've got irises.
I will report back to everyone if I find some varieties that are gorgeous.
Okay. That sounds good.
Coming up next week. So next week on my mind is to we have some 2x4 raised planters that I unloaded so we could move them. I would like to fill those. I want to be planting some more carrot seeds now that I've had some success. I want to give it another go.
Okay.
And also keeping up on how the sprouting goes. And I don't even know if I like sprouts. I'm going to give them a try. I'm going to try them.
Okay. Well,
see if I can figure out what to do with them.
I will follow your lead on whether you like them or not. How's that? We'll go with whatever.
What if you could put jalapenos in them?
Oh, I don't know. We'll see. I'm not the most adventurous eater, so.
Thank you, Jeffy. This has been a really great week.
Yeah, it's been good. And as always, we appreciate you guys joining us here at Mary Bird's Backyard Garden. And
I wish you happy gardening.
Happy gardening. And we're going to see you next week. Hopefully, same Mary Bird Garden channel. I was trying to do the Batman thing. Didn't work. All right. We'll see you guys next time. Bye.
Bye.